This is great news, of course. It's wonderful news if you are a fan of the British monarchy. We're all now looking forward to the coronation of King Charles III. But really, what can we expect from his coronation? Who will be attending? And more importantly, will it be vastly reduced, as you're reading about across the mainstream media? As ever, we've been investigating. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today. Nice to have your company. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Yes, this really is now gaining momentum because the date that everybody's sort of looking at, and this is what they're speculating, particularly in the media, is June the 2nd. Now, the reason we're telling you this is because as myself working in the media, a lot of TV studios are already trying to book up block studios so that they have the best sort of vantage points, the right sort of television studio to broadcast from. Of course, it will be momentous and no doubt given to the main broadcaster over here in the United Kingdom, the BBC, as they did such a splendid job on our late monarch Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Interesting to note though is everybody's sort of concerned about exactly will this be a vastly reduced coronation, and when you think about it, His Royal Highness, or indeed shall we say His Majesty King Charles, now nobody really can get used to that title over here. We still all call him the Prince of Wales, even when he's out rounded about shaking people's hands. Well, a lot of people are very forward and call him Charlie, as you can imagine. But I think he likes it, after Pengate, where his leaking pen became worldwide headline news. I think we've realised that he's got a great sense of humour, and as I said to you before, how annoying must that be on the world stage when your pen starts to leak? It's very annoying, isn't it? Yes, just leave it there. But interesting to note, apparently, according to those headlines, there are going to be 6,000 less guests attending the coronation, so there would be a maximum of 2,000 guests, from all sort of the European heads of state, all that sort of stuff. Now, what we can tell you, as ever, first and exclusively here on the show, is it's all very speculative. It really is down to the British public, because when you think about it, lots of people said there wouldn't be any interest, can you imagine, in the state funeral of our late monarch. Of course, there was worldwide interest around the world. They were able to sell that, sadly, to so many countries because there's such interest in our British monarchy. And I believe that a lot of people don't want to see a scaled down coronation. A lot of people will be the very first time, for so many in fact, lifetimes, that have never seen a coronation in its full. And yes, there's going to be some adjustments, but the state coach will still be there, amongst other things. Let's not forget that His Majesty the King has waited a long time for this moment, and no doubt this will be like a rehearsal for his eldest son, the Prince of Wales, Prince William. So to take it back and say, well, this is what you could get, seems a little bit inferior. But also the sort of consensus over here on the public is that they want the full regalia, they want the full spectacle. This is what we're known for, this is what sells. So I think if the government are trying to strip it back, or indeed people feel that no, they don't want the expense, I think all that will change around by June time. Let's not forget that every momentous occasion in the royal calendar, going even way back to 1947 with the royal wedding of Princess Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh, or Prince Philip as he was then, prior to getting married, everybody was sort of moaning and groaning about that. But look at what a spectacular success that turned out to be. Now, of course, a lot of people are saying exactly who will be invited. Well, of course, all major senior royals will be on the guest list, of course. And the two that people will be looking at will be, of course, the King's youngest son, Prince Harry, and his actress wife, Meghan Markle. But 6 or 8 months is a long way off. We've got a book to go, a Netflix series to come out, and whatever else they're deciding to plant, drop, and try and disgrace the British monarchy along the way. Either way, will King Charles be as forgiving on his coronation? It all remains to be seen exactly how it pans out. We'll be there every step of the way, bringing you all the exclusives first. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.